MotoGP leaves Germany and heads back for the first time in 5 years to the Czech Republic. Welcome to the Brno circuit, which has been completely revamped ahead of finally returning to racing. This is going to be the first ever sprint race we've ever held around this legendary circuit. Hello everybody and welcome to the Tissot sprint for the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic. We're almost all set to get going. In a few moments time the riders will leave the grid on the parade lap. Let's just take a quick look in though at some absolutely fantastic results. Pole position, that's gone to Pecco Bagnaia. Marc Marquez lines up alongside him on the front row of the grid. Then we get Fabio Quartararo in there as well. Jorge Martin lines up as well. Yes, down in 12th position, but it could have been a lot worse as well because we had a yellow flag in the last few moments with Zarco crashing at the last corner at turn 14. Marc Marquez then going down. Also Jack Miller. All are okay and all are going to take the start of this event. Time, let's head back down as we get ready for the start procedure and let's join our colleagues. Rachel is going to introduce the sprint race.
Well, we are moments away from the first ever sprint here in Brno at the Czechia Grand Prix. And I feel there's a just different atmosphere this weekend. Maybe because there's a first ever sprint, or maybe because we haven't been racing here since 2020. Well, it is time for the sprint. So let's hand over now to Gav, who will take you through it.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Yeah, the only two riders to have been on pole this year weren't able to do it this morning. Marc Marquez crashed late while chasing it. Fabio Quartararo unable to climb the edge to take it. So it's Pecco Bagnaia back on top with the first pole of the season. It's sprint time in Brno.
For the first time in 5 years, MotoGP returns to the legendary Brno circuit. We are all set for what is going to be the most unpredictable sprint we've had since it started. No one knows what is going to happen. This is how they line up on the grid then. It's Bagnaia on pole position. Alongside him is Marc Marquez and Fabio Quartararo on the front row of the grid. Then we get Marco Bezzecchi, Juan Mir and Raul Fernandez, Pedro Acosta, Alex Marquez, Johan Zarco, then going down with Jack Miller, Nea Bassini, Jorge Martin returning to MotoGP. Fabio Di Giannantonio is then alongside Paul Espargaro, Alex Rins, Luca Marini, Miguel Oliveira, Felmin Aldeguer, Brad Binder, Takiki Nakagami, Ayagura and Augusto Fernandez. Well, the atmosphere is building, the tension is rising here as everybody is just excited as us to see what's going to happen for the Tissot sprint here in the Czech Republic. Let's check in with TNT.
Had a very average sprint record results this year. I mean, it's been, well, pretty average, hasn't it? Certainly the last few races. So can he hang on to Marc? Can he get on the podium? Because in recent races he's been lacking quite a bit.
I'll climb right to 10 laps sprint this race here in the Czech Republic. It's always a great track for racing, isn't it? And this is why. You head into the stadium section, turn 5 and turn 6 then brings you back into it. Double apex right-hander there. And look at it, just look at it, every patch of grass. This is a Saturday, remember? This is what Sprints was designed for, wasn't it? Yes, by the time.
Yeah, we're all set down for what's going to be a frantic race. Some split on tyre choice at the moment, everyone on medium compound front tyre. Only on soft rear tyres, Marco Bezzecchi, Juan Zarco, Jorge Martin, and then Nakagami Aguirre and Augusto Fernandez as well, all taking that one in further back on those ones as well. Getting in just in time as they're at the start line, ready to go, is James Hunt. Surprised you haven't come in with a cigarette and bottle of champagne. Says, what do you want to talk about today, Mike?
Well, I don't smoke, but I'll take the champagne.
Hello, Megan. Who do you think is going to take this one? 11 laps around our first ever sprint race in the Czech Republic. It's anybody's guess, really.
I'm gonna think maybe Bezzecchi still, even though he keeps crashing.
Mark to get a good launch away.
I think he might, but I think he won't make it last around turn 1.
We shall see. The tension is palpable. It's time for the first ever sprint race here in the Czech Republic. Green flag at the back. It's been 5 long years. We're back in Brno. It's eyes to the lights. They rev up and pull the throttle back. It's a bad start. Coming actually from the middle of the grid from Ralph Fernandez. He's dropped back. So is Aguirre. Great start from Pecco Bagnaia. He leads it towards turn 1. Look at Acosta, yeah, coming around the outside line of Fabio Quartararo. Can he get the traction to bring that one back up on the inside line? No. So he filters in behind Bezzecchi and Ralph Fernandez. Alex Marquez has dropped back a couple of places as well. He was the one who's got a bad start on the Gresini.
So is Augusto and Mir.
Yeah, they both all dropped back. And Mark goes to the inside line at turn 3. Quartararo's going around the outside of Bagnaia. Bagnaia's trying to pass Mark. Acosta in there too. Mark has the lead of the race. Bagnaia's in second. Few spots of rain on the camber lens. That's what I just saw as they come down. It's not supposed to rain as they head down for the first time in towards turn 5.
So it's raining and they're on dry back. Thankfully, it's only 10 laps. And
they're already halfway to flag, though.
We're already halfway through lap 1 as well. But everyone seems to, in those first 2 sectors, be dropping quite heavily.
Bad start from Alex Marquez. Bad start, Alex Rins. Hole will start 1. Mir down into 22nd position. So a bad start from the 3rd and 4th rows of the grid.
Beautiful from Acosta.
Beautiful from Acosta. Moved up as well. 3 places on the grid. Jorge Martin's up to 7th. He's up 5 from where he started in P12. Marc Marquez, though, has the lead of the race, and it already looks like he's going to control the sprint race as he always does. But Bagnaia is holding back. Look at Acosta trying to go to the inside line of Quartararo. Quartararo just closing the doors. They're coming towards turns 13 and 14.
The only 2 not to move, Ralph Fernandez and Zarco.
Yeah, well, that's not really surprising, is it, actually, as well? Zarco stays in P9 as we head up the grid then as well. We can take a look in a second as we'll see who's where and not as they go under the brakes. Acosta trying to go to the inside line. Quartararo just shutting the door just a little bit as well as we complete lap 1 of this event. And Acosta has got great traction coming out the last corner. He's going to line up Quartararo down towards turn 1. Quartararo touching the green, then touching the grass. Acosta goes to the inside line. Late break into turn 1. It should have been easy, and it is an easy 3rd position as Bezzecchi and Martin watch on with Ralph Fernandez separating them.
Is the Czech Republic good for Acosta?
Well, it's good for the bike. Last winner here, of course, Brad Binder on the KTM in mixed conditions.
So they're happy?
They're happy here, yeah, it seems to be. Let's take a look then. It's on the inside. That's Martin getting passed by Paul Espargaro, if I'm not very much mistaken.
Why do I see 2 stopped? Is there transponders down? Yellow!
Yellow!
Sector 1.
Nakagami and Augusto Fernandez have come together.
He's going to check on him.
So Augusto Fernandez in the wild card. And is Nakagami okay? Yeah, they're both okay.
I think they just... Okay, what happened?
Nakagami's on the well...
There they are.
Oh, that's Augusto Fernandez losing the rear of the tyre and touching the side of Nakagami, who was completely unaware he was on the inside line.
Very nice for Fernandez, though, to go and check, saying, like, are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully we won't have to need a stoppage in the intervention.
They seem okay. Oh, and we have a blank screen. Now it's back now. And that is Ralph Fernandez, I think, getting the 6th position back from bsky.
Yeah, just take a look at the screen. Look, Mia, Alex Marquez both dropped massively. Digi dropped place on the opening lap. So did Alex Rins. You can see how they've all dropped down the order on the timing screen as we get the second lap time coming through now as to who's where. They're all relative state, but Enea Bastianini continuing, gaining place upon place.
Reviewed after the race.
And it is going to be reviewed after the race. I thought it might be as well coming into it as well.
I just realised the wild cards both took each other out.
And look at Quattararo trying to go right round the outside, stop himself being overtaken by Enea Bastianini. Great stuff defending from Quattararo. Bastianini's still trying. We've still got that yellow flag in the first sector. I hope it won't need to be a red flag.
The wild cards took each other out.
Well, Nakagami replacing Somkat Jantra, so sort of a wild replacement, isn't it? Now, this is down at turn 5. What are we looking at here? Oh,
Ooh,
contact! And that is why Marco Bezzecchi's dropped down into 7th position. He's hit the back of Quattararo.
Yeah, that does explain why he seemed to drop so far behind.
Tell you what, though, 9 times out of 10, it's down on the deck. I'm still concerned that we've gone through that first sector and the yellow flag is still out. Why isn't that? I hope it's a reason we don't need a red flag.
It'll be the bikes.
Possibly. Bezzecchi's got a warning on the radar for track limits.
They've got to take 2 of them off, remember?
Yeah, but I don't know the fact that it's a yellow. I don't. It always. It's
go
not.
off in a minute.
It shouldn't be this long.
Martin gets track limits warnings. There it is.
So that's both Bezzecchi and Martin then having those track limits.
Yellow's back in now.
Good, we're back to green flag running then as Marc Marquez leads this race. Bagnaia is 2nd, Acosta 3rd, Quattararo 4th, Bastianini 5th. Ralph Fernandez stays where he started in 6th position as Marini track limits.
Apparently, if you have a last name beginning with M today, track limits are going to get you.
Yep. Over the line we come once more.
Ooh, apparently if you have an M in any part of the name, Bezzecchi has one too.
Marco, yeah. One way or another. Martin, Bezzecchi, track limits, both of the Aprilias.
I'd be in trouble.
Mob, that's what you are. I go up 5 places. Brad Binder up 7. Zarco's past Martin.
Yeah. Also, someone else has passed someone. I think it was Marini.
So there's been a couple of places moved around then here at the moment as they come under the brakes once again, downhill in towards turn number 1, and I'd say it's a safe bet, don't you?
I agree. Oh, who's that? That's Bastianini getting a track limits warning.
And Dijantonio's just been passed by Alex Marquez as well under the brakes. So a sprint race for the first time here in the Czech Republic, bringing up a couple of other exciting prospects as they continue to turn in. And I'm just a little bit surprised, Megan, that it's this type of drama, this type of action, again and again and again. It's closing up to the front. Mark, though, taking off in the distance by 0.8 of a second. Bagnaia's here, there, and everywhere, but it's Acosta down that's having the fight today.
Yeah, Acosta's looking to be pretty dedicated. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Dijantonio gets track limits warning, but is there something wrong with that rear wheel for Bagnaia?
It looks like it's jumping around a lot, doesn't it?
It keeps slipping, and I see it, and I compared it to Mark's, and that's why I was looking so concentrated at the screen. So I was trying to see whether it would happen again.
Rear tyre slip is not too unusual on a brand new surface here. Yeah, the rear tyre stepping out for Bagnaia. Yeah, under braking. Bagnaia is the only one who's having rear brake issues. Now, he's got medium front, medium rear, the same as the majority of the field. He did not choose a soft rear tyre, which would give you that slip under braking. So Bagnaia, looser rear end of that Ducati. And I'll just take a look at that. If he's got some sort of stability issue, might explain why he's losing so much time. But Marc Marquez, you know, winner of every bar 1 sprint this year, he's just take off into distance.
His bike seems to be adapting well to the conditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, Acosta, to go back to your point earlier, seems to be really flourishing at this circuit. Oh, and
Bastianini on the inside line gets
the other
ahead.
KTM.
Oh, Fabio Quattararo. Quattararo can have a look down the inside line, down towards turn 1. He gets back on the inside line, led the brakes, but no. And now Ralph Fernandez is going to try and have a go on an attack, but so right there is Marco Bezzecchi. This circuit reminding us why Bruno is such a staple on the calendar. It's giving us moves left, right, and centre.
He's a crap back.
On the inside, Bezzecchi goes for it, down into the braking zone at 3, and he's taken him. And Acosta's got ahead of Bagnaia. Acosta's passed Bagnaia, but why has Bagnaia lost 2 seconds? Why is Bagnaia... Look, you're right, Megan.
He's slipping.
Bagnaia's had a problem. Look, Bagnaia's looking behind him.
Out to go track limits.
Bagnaia has let Acosta through, and I've got a feeling that Pecco Bagnaia has got something wrong with that bike.
The rear tyre is failing him massively. I mean, look at this.
Look, he's going, he's stopping. Bagnaia's got a problem. You're right with that rear tyre. Davide Tardozzi doesn't know what's going on.
I know.
Yeah, it's the rear tyre stepping out. And look now on the inside line. Brilliant move. And Acosta's going to try and go through on the inside. And he nerves Bagnaia out of the way. Through goes Quartararo.
Loses 2 places.
This is unbelievable. What is going on with the Ducati?
Acosta, track limits warning. Why does he have one?
Because he went off the track to pass Bagnaia.
Oh, okay.
Pecco is in real problems right now. There is something that Megan spots on the back of that bike. It's just not going in.
It slips.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a chain slip or something.
Alex Marquez, track limits warning. Does it only slip when it's on one certain
Let's
area?
take a look. Exit of 4. Steps it up. No, he's looking
Dish Antonio
back.
out.
Digi's out. Digi's out of the race. Sector 3. Bagnaia just looks like he backed off. Let's have a look. I don't get it. Unless
there.
Yeah, there's something in the rear. I wonder if it's like, and there's the yellow flag for Digi being out in
right at the start.
I presume turn 10.
Right at the start of
sector 4, yeah. Oh, has he hit the air fence?
Oh, airbag deployed, big time.
And he's hit the air fence. This might need to be a stoppage as Bezzecchi gets ahead of Raul Fernandez as well to move on the inside line. So Bezzecchi moves up into 6th position. Raul drops down to 7th. If he's punctured the air fence, I thought I saw the air fence move. We might have a stoppage and we will have a restart if that is the case. As there we see the move on the inside line with Bezzecchi getting ahead of Raul.
I'd like to see
Raul's
it again.
down to 7th. Yeah, I would like to see it as well. The yellow flag is still out.
Just to make sure. Oh, rain.
And it is time to rain. And Acosta's taking the lead!
What?
Acosta's taken the lead of the race. Mark has dropped down.
Both Ducatis had a problem.
There's the incident. And did the bike hit the wall? Yeah, it's hit the air fence. But Marc Marquez, he's stopping too. Marc Marquez is looking back as well. But look, Mark's gone
It's a Ducati problem.
And Acosta's taken the lead of the race for the first time this year. A new sprint race. Now, I wonder, you mentioned about the rear tyres. Could it be the Michelin air pressure?
I think it might be.
Is it the tyre pressure?
Because it's losing when it goes on this side.
Yeah. So have Michelin said,
only losing
look, we've got
one.
to... No, look, let's listen. Are we seeing what we did in Thailand with it being
Watch.
tyre pressure? Yeah, I think it's tyre pressures.
They've not filled them enough.
This is... Well, look, because Mark hasn't lost. Mark's just sit behind Pedro Acosta. I reckon Ducati have got an issue with the tyre pressure.
Acosta must think
warnings.
Ducati is just letting him win today.
This is insane what's happening right now. We've got Bagnaia in 5th, and you said about the rear tyre looking funny.
It did.
Look, because Mark's right, he can't have had a problem, and there would be no instruction to race control. What is going on? I can only assume that this is to do with the tyre pressures. Bagnaia's got a track limits warning. Acosta leads. KTM are on for the longest back-to-back winning at circuits in history. 5 years apiece. But Mark is on the back. I wonder if what's the tyre temperature? I wonder if they've measured it and just got it wrong.
Yeah.
And they've got the
both of them.
Yeah, and the flashing limiters come on. Has to be, it has to be tyre pressure. Has to be.
Okay, let's have a look at Bagnaia quick.
Because I thought when Bagnaia went down, he's got the track limits, when he dropped back in the order, you spotted that rear tyre was stepping out. And we haven't seen Mark do enough. Yeah, it's tyre pressure.
You could see the confusion on my face at lap 3. I was just like, when you were talking about Acosta, I was like, is Bagnaia okay?
Well, luckily the air fence has not been damaged, even though it did take a fair old whack. So we're still, and they've still
not seen it.
They've still got marshals out there though, and they've gone to green flag running. That's a bit dangerous.
I still have not seen this.
No, the crash from Digi.
Yeah.
Oh, we did get a replay. You dropped the front and the back took off.
Oh, I must be
You were looking at the
this.
timing screen because I said Acosta taking the lead of the race. So Mark's on the back of him. Bastianini's in 3rd place right now, let's not forget. Well, this is a unexpected evening, isn't it, of sprint racing? Yeah, Mark's having the same issue.
It's only when they're coming up from when they're exiting. Oh, Mark's been passed. Wait, no, that's Bagnaia. Which one is it?
That's Bagnaia. That's Bagnaia.
Yeah. But I was thinking, hold on, that looks like an Aprilia.
It's tyre pressure. It is tyre pressure. Ducatis are having tyre pressure issues, and Mark's now trying to look around the outside to Acosta. The KTMs have no such issues. They can push. Is the Bruno curse going to strike Ducati? And is it going to be tyre pressures?
Come on,
Because
Bastianini.
Bastianini's on the inside line. He can't get ahead, but Mark's got 3 to go. Mark will try and stay close to Acosta and just pass him at the last corner. That's what that little wide moment at 13 to 14 was, just to see, can we get through here?
But Bastianini's going to do the same thing, and that's Paul Spargo going up into 9th. One position away from points.
This is an unusual sprint race in terms of the fact we now have to...
Seeing a lot of orange.
Yeah. Paul Spargo's in 10th, by the way. He's ahead of Brad Binder.
9th now.
Yeah. I think it's good that Paul's ahead of Brad. So the Tech 3 is ahead of the factory KTM.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who need to take it, on your timing screen, you can see Pedro Costa in the black 37. The black numbers, they are the factory KTMs. The white numbers of Bastianini and Polo Spargo, they are the Tech 3s, in case you want to know how to tell them apart this year.
Paul has a track limits warning.
Ah, well, I saw that coming, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was obvious from the start that we had it.
I really, really hope that Mark doesn't overtake Acosta at the final thing, because it would just mean so much to him, I think.
Well, let's have a look then. Red Bull could do with a good story as well, actually, especially the day after one of their ambassadors and heroes, Felix Baumgartner, who performed the massive space jump, sadly passed away.
Yes, quite tragically as well.
Yes.
It's only 56.
The bravest man on the entire planet to free fall from just the top of Earth's atmosphere.
I know.
Free fall. I mean, phew. I remember watching that live.
I do too.
Yeah. Back to the action here in MotoGP though. Wide moment from Bastianini and Mark's closing in, 2 to go.
Was it on a weekday?
We probably watched it at school. I did as well.
I think they put it on.
Look at the line here. Mark's going for it. No. Oh, on the inside. That's Quartararo getting passed by Nea Bastianini. Takes it through on the inside line. Bastianini moves up into 3rd position. And Bezzecchi goes up as well, back to 4th, passing Quartararo. We get the Bast and Bez back away from each other.
Yeah, it's very confusing when we have the same initials.
Especially on a timing screen that isn't the biggest.
Yeah. You have to go like this.
Yeah, I much prefer the F1 one. It's easier to see that.
It is easier to see. Igor has track limits warning as well. I was wondering why it was taking him so long to get a track limits warning. Oliveira as well.
Saw that one coming. Mark as well. This is bizarre race, this one. Look at Mark. He's going to have him. He's going to have him. He's going to have him. He's so close. He's going to just slip through.
Do you know what? I hope Mark loses it the last lap.
Round the outside, he's going to have it. This is a preparation. Mia's got a track limits warning and Mark goes through. The cheers of the crowd. Marc Marquez retakes the lead of the Tissot sprint.
Do you know what? Maybe Acosta will win the actual race.
Tyre pressure still a factor here for Ducati.
See, they're losing it when they come up.
Biggest worry here is for Pecco Bagnaia.
And slightly loses it. Loses a little bit of time to Acosta. Though the important thing is that KTM would get a double podium either way.
Can confirm to you that both Ducatis had their warning lights go off on the dashboard for the tyre pressures and had to back off. An embarrassing situation right now.
I hope it goes on again.
No, this is embarrassing now. Quartararo's on the track limits warning. 1 to go. This is embarrassing that we have to measure tyre pressures from Michelin. Michelin, do you know, I don't like them in MotoGP. I can't wait for when we get Pirelli. Michelin are just continually messing things up. They did it in Formula 1, they did it in Formula E, they did it in MotoGP. Get rid of Michelin. It's embarrassing.
I mean, tyre pressure.
Again?
Tyre pressure.
I know.
Why?
And MotoGP says it doesn't have an image problem when the leader's having to back off from leading because the tyres can't
Happened
take
twice.
it. Yeah, it did, and it's cost Bagnaia a lot today.
Yeah.
He's down in, what is he,
He would have
6th
won.
position. No, but Mark had it covered. He would have been 2nd.
I think he would have.
Oh, you mean yeah, well, I agree with you there.
Because he was having problems from around about the same time he was overtaken.
Well, it's been a bit of a weird race, but our first one back in Brno, even though it's a Saturday and a sprint race, it's packed out crowds here in the Czech Republic. And they will be back tomorrow for all of the action again here in Brno. Marc Marquez exits down towards turn 10. He's only got a few more corners left now.
Not a single KTM will finish below 10th position.
That is impressive. Well, what about Binder? Oh, no, Binder's in there.
Binder's 10th.
Yeah, Binder's passed Martin.
Yeah.
So all of the KTMs inside the top 10. Vinales is ruining it right now. That injury he got.
He's just like, really?
Yeah. Up to the last corners. What a surprise. It's a Saturday sprint and it's won by a Marquez.
11.
It's 11 out of 12. Nobody's perfect. You come out of the last corner. Well, here we go again then. Marc Marquez wins the Tissot sprint for the first ever time in Brno. Acosta in second and Bastianini third. Great points for the KTMs. Bezzecchi fourth, Quartararo fifth, Raul sixth, Bagnaia 7th, Zarco 8th, Polin 9th, Binder takes 10th, Martin 11th, Miller 12th, Oliveira 13th, Aldeguer 14th, Marini 15th, Ayago 16th. Alex Marquez's worst result of the year when finishing in 17th. From Alex Rins, Juan Mir, out was Di Giannantonio, Nakagami and Augusto Fernandez.
I just realised if you look at all the sprint finishes over this year, it all just says Marquez.
Yeah, they've won every one.
At least the family name seems to be perfect when it comes to this.
Look, even Mark's pointing to Pecco and saying, yeah, do you get the same thing? Yeah, me too, yeah. That tyre pressure.
Still giving him grief.
Tyre pressure for riders Marquez is currently under investigation.
What about Bagnaia?
Well, let's see if that one comes up. But Marquez is under investigation for tyre pressure infringement.
Could Acosta get gifted this?
I think so. I think so.
No, I don't want that to happen. I don't want his first ever... I don't want him to just be gifted it.
For a sprint win?
Yeah.
That would be a bit harsh. But Acosta, he's won sprints before, hasn't he? No.
He's got
Tyre
podium.
pressures, 42, 79 and 93.
Okay, so 42, that is...
Alex Rins.
Rins, 79, that's Agura, and that's Marquez. But no...
Bagnaia.
No, 63, which is funny because he was the one who was genuinely having trouble with the tyre pressure.
So Bagnaia's backing off worked a little bit. Okay. Tyre pressures confirmed. 42, 79, 93 are under investigation by race control.
Still can't believe they're not investigating Bagnaia, but I suppose because he backed off.
Guess we must stay on the air then until we know.
Or maybe he just had a puncture.
Yeah, we will stay on the air until we know. We'll hand over to TNT and the team after this break as well. I'll let you know, obviously, but you're going to leave the commentary box now. What did you make of the race? Confusion I made of it.
I thought it was an intriguing race, and I genuinely still do not know what's going to happen tomorrow.
No, I don't either. It's anybody's guess.
I'll stay until the ad finishes because I don't want to leave you in the lurch.
What about Jorge Martin? 11th. It would be points tomorrow, but Martin in the top 10.
Do you know what? Given his injuries and the capacity of his injuries, that's good.
Tyre pressures are under investigation.
Why do they keep saying it?
That's flashed up 3 times now on race control monitors. The same message again and again and again. Every minute.
We get it.
Every minute it's flashing up. I guess that's because they don't want to have the podium ceremony yet and give the medals out if it's wrong. Marco Bezzecchi could be on for his first ever medal. Okay.
And not a single Ducati would be on the podium.
Cheers, Max. Let's head down to TNT and join Gavin Emmett and Neil Hodgson. Mark's in the go. That's
Welcome
Pecco.
back to the Czech Republic, where the fallout begins from what potentially will be classed as a farce of a MotoGP sprint race. This is the battle on the last lap for Pecco Bagnaia with Raul Fernandez. Fernandez absolutely...
That was a great move.
Doing it, yeah. Cleanly up the hill.
So Brno, isn't it?
Switches back to the inside there, Pecco, to try and get the drive up the hill. Fernandez got the inside line. Fernandez eventually took 6th from Bagnaia. It could all be a promotion for all of them because Marc Marquez, Alex Rins and Ayagura under investigation for tyre pressure rule infringements.
Normally, when you're under investigation, that normally means you're going to get a penalty.
Yeah. Jorge Martin came home in 11th in the end. Brad Binder got past him on that last lap. Alex Marquez, not quite sure. We still haven't seen what happened to him. He was down to 19th at the end of lap 1. Was it a tyre pressure thing, perhaps? Yeah, bear in mind.
Here we go. We're going to find out. Oh, spun up off the line. Do you know what? I watched all the practice starts. I didn't see anyone spin up at any time, and I'm thinking, wow, this track's so grippy.
You know what we're going to have? First sprint race without a Ducati on the podium. In fact, the top Ducati will be Bagnaia if Marquez is penalised with 8 seconds added to his time. A momentous day, shall we say, but more than anything for me, it makes a bit of a mockery of it all.
Yeah, this would be interesting. Oh, look like Mir all on his own. That was nearly really close. I think Alex Marquez went into shut your brain off mode in the braking zone there, trying to make up 6 places. He was lucky there. We collect a few people.
We were just discussing in the break, Neil, if you are Liberty Medium and you've just taken charge of MotoGP and you're watching it, you're used to, you know, a few things being decided after the races in Formula 1, but you see this happen, and you're the rider who stood there who's about to get on the podium in front of the fans in the stadium section, tens of thousands of fans. He might not be the winner of the race. You're Liberty Media and you've spent 4.2 billion or whatever it is that you've done. How do you feel?
Yeah, you feel like the first thing you're going to address is this issue.
And we know it's not getting better.
No, there's no new front Michelin tyre coming for next year.
No.
So we've got to look at...
and I'm not blaming Michelin.
No, the reason for the rule is it's a safety issue. They're concerned about once the tyre pressure gets so low that the carcass, the construction, the way the tyre's made, there can be a failure. And if you have a front tyre failure, it's a big crash. It's a big injury. So it is for the safety reasons, but yeah, it's a bit ugly, isn't it? It is.
There is the podium. There's a discussion going on for Marc Marquez. Now they're having a good look at tyres. The other thing is, when we get into the second half of the race tomorrow, isn't it? Thinking of the main race, we expect a tyre drop. Mark's having a good look at his tyre in comparison to that of the KTM. Always thinking one step ahead.
Don't be looking at my tyre.
But Pedro Costa looked in good nick, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's he can't take anything away from the way Pedro was riding.
1.8 bar, of course, is the front tyre limit.
Pedro looks like he's cut his own
Pedro
hair.
just said. Pedro just said Pecco was the same. He sat up.
Yeah.
Tweeting that. I mean, he's inherited a win as well, hasn't he, Pedro? He won't care if it is a win. I keep calling it a win. Right? We don't know yet. But I can imagine that's what's going to happen. Got to stay above that 1.8 bar.
Well, is it 30%?
Yeah.
Say, of the race?
Let's hear from Enea Bastianini, who want this on their bingo card. First sprint podium with KTM for Enea.
Enea, huge congratulations. A first sprint podium for KTM. When you were in hospital last weekend, were you sat there thinking it'd be on the sprint podium just a week later?
Yeah, it's incredible to be here after what's happened the last week. And but now we are here to enjoy that podium. Is my first one with the KTM. We have suffered a lot during all the season for the moment, but now we have improved, and during that weekend we have done a good job, and it's fantastic to be here again.
Brilliant ride, well done.
Thank you very much.
Pleasing to see. He looks thin, doesn't he? He lost 3 kilos last
With that
week.
illness, you can see it. His legs look a bit big. Baggy on him.
Oh, he made some good moves, didn't he?
Really good
He was really up for it, and that's nice to see a smile on Enea's face, because we have spoken to him so many times this year. You go to his media debriefs, and he's got this hangdog, woe is me look. And he just showed there what a capable rider he is. No doubts about him. Gigi Delinia.
See, that makes you think that the light's gone off or whatever.
He's done it.
Yeah.
Sounded confident, didn't he, the way he did that?
Only Mark would have been able to somehow turn it around and get the pressure right, or...
How would you... Riding closely behind, the only thing you can do, is it?
Yeah, and maybe brake a little bit harder, but...
I mean,
you're telling me then... I was just going to say, as soon as the words came out of my mouth, it's like,
I'm thinking those things.
They're on the limit anyway, yeah, it's... Yeah. Well, to answer it, I don't know, Gav.
Pedro Costa was great today. At second place, will it be more?
Pedro, what a brilliant ride. Second, and it could still be the victory with Mark under investigation. When you saw Pecco and then Mark sit up, what was going through your mind?
Well, at the end, this was a season that we was struggling that much. And now I see all these other people celebrating, you know, was super tough. Was the darkest beginning of the season of my life, you know, and I don't know, being the podium again is super nice. Thanks to all KTM, all the guys that are at home supporting me, Miguel Aneva from Fortuna Motorsport, Adri that is my coach, Carmelo Morales that is over there, and also Remy that is helping me now a lot to maybe calm down a bit when these difficult moments are coming for this. Thank you to everyone. Also, this is for Borja Gomez, you know, that in Sachsenring was not the race that I want to dedicate for him for this. I think this is much better to dedicate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lovely touch there, his fellow Mercian, Borja Gomez. But he mentioned a lot of people behind the scenes there. He talked about darkness. There's only been an upward curve for Pedro since he started.
Really good point.
In 2021. It's been like a rocket ship getting to the top of the sport. And it's for the first time it's plateaued at the start of this year.
Yeah, and it's the first time he'll have experienced doubts and he's confused and being beaten by his teammate and, you know, other KTM riders. Yeah, you're right, I've not thought that, but it's true. He's not had to experience what normal riders have to experience. Down days, down weekends. So, yeah, great interview, and it's really nice to see Pedro smiling again.
Now, hopefully we're going to hear from Mark. He's about to make his way over to Jack Appleyard. He's shaking the hands of everyone down at KTM. Well, we're not going to find out yet, but as it stands, he is the winner of the sprint here.
Well, Mark, for the moment, it's sprint victory, but obviously a race that was dominated by, we imagine, tyre pressures. Just talk us through what was happening on your dashboard, and you are under investigation. Do you think you did enough to be able to avoid that penalty?
Yeah, we did it. For that reason, I'm smiling. So it's true that was super in the limit, and yeah, we're riding comfortable. Then I saw that the pressure was not enough. I tried to push some laps on the brakes, but I saw that was too much risk to get on that correct pressure. And then I decided to wait, just super close to Acosta to increase the temperature. And then when I saw that temperature was already inside, pressure was inside the rules, then I pushed last 2 laps.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He sounds confident. It sounds like it will be a win for Marc Marquez. 11th sprint victory of the season, but there's lots for us to get our teeth into. And we will see when we come back from the break if this man has won the sprint race here. First ever sprint around the Czech Republic, and Mark back on top.
Yeah, Mark back on top then. Let's take a look at the data from all of this action then in the sprint race. Let's take a look actually at Bagnaia. Started on pole position, so he's the top one on the starting grid for the data tracker. It was lap 4 he got the warning and dropped back immediately. Then got overtaken lap 7 again and had to drop back, and then got overtaken the last lap and ended up down, sadly, in 7th position. Mark, however, got it 2 laps later, so dropped off lap 6 when he got the warning, and then regained it on the last 9 and 10 to finish on provisional the victory. But we still don't know if that's going to be the big case or not because of where it is on the timing screen. So we'll leave and say Mark is going to get it at the moment. We don't actually know if he will be on top or not. Biggest though, Juan Mir. Off the grid, straight down into last place, and only got back up due to some accidents of other riders. Ends up down in 19th position. So he's had a terrible race. Alex Marquez the same, dropped back from 8th all the way down to 19th. He manages to finish this one in 17th places. He dropped 9 places. Mia dropped 14 in total in this race as well. Bagnaia dropped 6 in the end, but biggest winner, Paul Espargaro up 5. Brad Binder up 9. So take a look at 9th and 10th on the order and look at Brad Binder's journey as well. Shot off the start as well, up into 13th position and just continues to gain as he goes. Fantastic run around on the board there as well. Tig says, let's have a look. It's Marquez. He never gets a penalty unless it's serious. It's annoying that we have to wait until we get a decision, says Sean as well. It is very, very annoying. Sean says, I think there are some debates within race control because Marquez's warning lights have gone off and now he's about to overtake Pecco. Still don't know the official news right now, but let's return back to TNT Sports. And I believe at this point we're going to rejoin Rachel, who's in the paddock.
Well, coming to Brno this weekend, Marc Marquez had 3 wins here, but this was his first sprint victory and one which will go down in history as well because that was the first sprint race here in Brno as well. Well, it maybe had a few question marks over it as he crossed the line there, but the smile says it all. He thinks he's won it.
And I've just got breaking news. No further action for the 42, the 79 and the 93. So no further action after reviewing tyre pressure of Marc Marquez. So Marc Marquez wins the Tissot sprint with Acosta second and Bastianini in 3rd position. Let's get the thoughts of TNT.
Watch these celebrations, but we're maybe scratching our heads a little bit at this. Obviously, a rule is a rule and a decision is a decision, but we maybe thought that there might be a penalty here.
Yeah, well, it was certainly really, really close. You know, the explanation is that they've not had, Ducati has not been, they've not been testing here with that new surface. We've not been here for 5 years. They've also, you know, had a, I completely forgot what I was going to say. They had a very little time yesterday to.
It was wet, wasn't it? So
yeah,
it was difficult.
That's it. To get the data, and they were very much on the limit. So there is that very low pressure that they. Sorry, Michael.
There has to obviously be that minimum tyre pressure, doesn't there, for 30% of a sprint race and 60 of the GP. This was Pecco firstly. He dropped back, Michael, and then Marc did the same.
Yeah, Pecco made a bit of a mess of it. When he dropped back, he needed to slot straight back in, as Marquez did here. You can see Marc does it so well. He just jumps straight in behind, and he's right onto the rear wheel to make sure that he's getting the heat from the exhaust to heat up the front tyre of the Pedro Acosta KTM in front. With Pecco, once he drops into the pack, he just got absolutely beat up, as we see his mate Marco Bezzecchi down the inside. Pecco went backwards. Marc judged it to perfection. He is right on Pedro's rear wheel. He does make this pass, just change of direction into 9, and from there, as he said, drop the hammer. Really wanted to put a bit of a gap in. He had 2 choices when he knew the dash light was on. Could he win by 8 seconds today? Probably not in a 10-lap sprint. So once again, Marc is the clever operator. Drop in behind, get the front tyre temperature back up, which obviously brings the pressure up inside the rules. As he said, he knew when he crossed the line, Ducati will have a smart auto calculation on the dash, which will have informed him. And obviously, Gigi, you could see when they arrived down there, they knew the victory was theirs.
I mean, who knows what will happen tomorrow, because we obviously get to go for the GP race tomorrow. First time in 5 years. Tyre pressure once again could be a factor. Okay, well, let's take a look at what else is coming across the channel, because later here on TNT Sports 2 and Discovery Plus, we'll be heading to Portsmouth as the Sale GP returns to British shores.
Yep, and Greg Haynes is on the commentary for that one as well. So, all's well that ends well, it seems here. Marc Marquez is the victor of the Tissot sprint. Next up here on JB Motorsports, you can join us for the practice 2 of IndyCar, and we'll be back as well for all of the qualifying action. But it has certainly been an entertaining day. My thanks to you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the Grand Prix of Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP. Marc Marquez, Pedro Acosta and Bastianini are your podium sitters in the Tissot sprint. Bye-bye.